Welcome to Creative Arts Apothecary. I'm your host, Marina Selner, and I am so excited, happy, honored to introduce my guest, my mentor, Melinda Mindy Ribner, whose Hebrew name is Miriam Shulamit. She's an international pioneer in the field of Jewish meditation, having taught Jewish meditation, meditative Kabbalah, healing, and spiritual transformation workshops for over 40 years at synagogues of all affiliation, from Chabad, Modern Orthodox, Conservative, Reform, Jewish Renewal, to New Age centers. Through her own organization, Beit Miriam, she offers ongoing classes in meditation, new moon gatherings, and alternative holiday gatherings for both men and women. She's worked also as a spiritual psychotherapist and healer with individuals, couples, and families. She is the author of 6 books on meditation, Kabbalah, and spiritual transformation, including a few of my favorites, Kabbalah Month by Month, and The Secret Legacy, Revealing the Divine Feminine. Mindy was a close student of Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach of blessed memory, Rabbi Yitzhak Kertzner of blessed memory, and other Torah giants. She was also formally certified as a Kripalu yoga teacher, did I say that correctly, and a holistic health counselor. Melinda, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I can say I'm just on Zoom.
On Zoom, yeah.
I'm just on Zoom. I'm not doing holiday gatherings as I did in New York, but I'm living in Florida and I'm on Zoom a lot.
So it's anyway, so great.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share myself with people who I may never have encountered otherwise.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining the series. Whenever I look for meditation in from a Jewish tradition, it's you come up, your name comes up on all the searches, and you're a pioneer in this field, and it's fantastic that you've embraced Zoom, because now you're doing twice a week. Can you tell us about the programs that you're offering right now?
Yeah, I want to say that it was very important for me to find a way that I could meditate that would be in accordance with Judaism. And so I began in teaching in 1982. And I had a small group of students in my home. And then I was invited to teach at all the synagogues, an Orthodox, Conservative, and Reform synagogue. And I did that for a couple of years. And then I brought everybody together back into my home. And we all meditated. And as a teacher of meditation with students, it always is encouraging me to grow deeper, to grow higher, to keep learning, to keep integrating. And there's many people are not aware that there is a Jewish tradition of meditation. And so I really devoted a large part of my life to that uncovering and the sharing of that practice. It's like one of my spiritual purposes in my life. So I'm very excited and motivated, and I never get bored by it. It's always exciting. To me, meditation is always exciting. Like, some people complain that meditation is boring. You know, if I'm just watching my breath, it may be boring, but we are making direct connections to the creator of the universe. So that is exciting and stimulating and healing. And so I was teaching in Manhattan through my own organization, maybe 3 times a week, and traveling. And I've spent time in Israel. And when COVID happened, we were all in shock. It was all very scary. And we were all isolated. And it came to me, let's meditate. Let me share meditation. It will be good for me. It would be a good resource for other people. And so I began, it's 3 years now that I've been offering Zoom classes in Kabbalah meditation.
And they're free too, right?
And I have a YouTube channel, Melinda Ribner YouTube. But look, there's 2 YouTube, so look for the one that has the mountain background. I really hope everybody will tune in. These videos are all free, as are my classes. And in this coming year, I decided to do something a little different. We'll continue, of course, with the Kabbalah meditation class, which is guided meditation where people experience deep states of relaxation, healing, and access to their higher self and connection with the Creator. And last year, I added a class on Duties of the Heart, which is a Jewish classic, to really delve into the topic of trusting in God. How do we trust in God? And we're told that if we trust in God, we'll be peaceful and calm, blessed. And how do we do that in the midst of what's happening in the outer world? And so it behooves us that we make that connection inside, because we don't have control over what's happening externally, but we can access the resources within ourselves that will provide protection and comfort and blessing. So we studied that book and we did meditation. And this year I took a break for the holidays, and we're going to be starting soon. And we're going to continue with the Kabbalah meditation class because that is so wonderful. And the tapes, the videos are also great, but they're not the same as participating in the class, because the class is a spiritual transmission, and somehow I connect, and what comes out of my mouth seems to be relevant to what people are going through at that time. So I invite everybody to come to participate. It's free. And then this year I'm adding a new class called Feminine Empowerment, which is to support women to access their innate gifts and talents and power as women, to restore the balance and harmony in the world. And it's based on the teachings, I'm having a terrible allergy today in Florida. So we have the sun, but we have the allergies. It's based on the teachings in my book, The Secret Legacy of Biblical Women, and the other book, Biblical Women Who Changed the World. And because what's interesting, having written these books, I came to understand that the challenges that biblical women endured are very much like the challenges that women have today. And we can learn for how they handled the challenges and what they did that actually changed the world. Women don't get the credit that they deserve for what they do. And in biblical women and in biblical study, you don't hear the stories, the little known stories of what the women did. And then when you read this book, you'll understand that there was a path, the feminine follows to really bring the world forward in a more balanced way. So I'm very excited. It's the first time that I'm doing a series on this book, The Secret Legacy of Biblical Women. Of course, I've given lectures. Yeah, there it is. There's the cover. Yeah, I've given lectures to people, but this is going to be an ongoing series, and we're going to have the opportunity to learn and to connect with these archetypes, to apply and to discuss. I always find the discussions that we have to be really wonderful because it brings out the knowledge even deeper when people ask questions. And the other thing that I'm doing this time, because my sense is, as challenging as COVID was, we are not through with challenges. So I wanted to introduce this program called the Spirit Buddy program. It's a meditative, holy conversation. So it's something very unique. It's not therapy. It's not even friendship. It's soul talk. It's soul talk. And as close as you can be with other people, you might not be able to reach what you're going to reach by participating in this program. And what you learn from this program will enhance the way that you communicate and listen to other people. So I personally have experienced it myself. I have guided students. I had a meditative teacher training program. It was a 2-year program. And this was many years ago, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years ago. And to participate in that program, you had to be in therapy with me, and you had to have a spirit buddy. So it's going to be a little bit different, and it's also something that I'm offering for free, because at this point in my life, I want to offer as much support as I can. And when I'm, and quite selfishly, when I'm in the role of being a giver in this way and not charging, not making a business, I am blessed. God always blesses those who give. So it's a blessing for me. And that's why I participated in this program, because I want to make as many people aware of this opportunity. Fortunately with Zoom, the price is the same if I have 10 people, if I have 1,000 people. So I just invite everybody to check out my website, www.melindaribner.com. Check out the YouTubes. And I also, every month, I wrote a book called Kabbalah Monthly, and goes into the Kabbalistic energy. There she is. She has it. This book was the most beloved of all my books. It sold the most, and I still get, it's out of print for 10 years, and I still get requests for it. And I'm actually in the process of updating it and redoing it and making it even better. But since 1995, I think, when I first got a computer, I've been offering a monthly update of the Kabbalistic energy of each month. And I continue to do that also for free. So people can have a sense. There's some months that it's like good to do this and not good. And every month has a holiday that is the epitome of the energy of that month. And the only month that doesn't have a real holiday, it's because it's reserved to have the best holiday, which is an importance of with its energy. And that's the month of Heshvan. So I invite people to email me at ribner@msn.com to sign up for my website and to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because there'll always be new YouTube's videos being posted. And I'm technologically so untalented, so I have so many videos that I haven't had somebody to move over to YouTube. So they're going to be coming, and new videos will be posted. So, and that's why I wanted to be on this program, to offer my heart, my soul, all these programs that they can be of service to people. I also work with people individually. I'm a trained social worker by training. And I like to think that my individual or couple work is a little unique as well, because it's informed by Kabbalistic principles. I have this program that I do with married couples called the Kabbalah of Intimacy. And in one session, I'll guide the couple through a series of exercises, and we'll know everything that's going on in that relationship and how to improve the balance of it. And of course, individually, I work with people on many different levels, and I describe that on my website. So I'm very busy, and I'm very happy when I'm busy, and I look forward to seeing some new people coming from this video program. Okay. Did I answer the questions?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ask all the questions that I have in general. Yes, yes. Thank you. And you're very generous too, with everything that you're giving and the way that you serve in this world. It's beautiful. It's inspiring.
Thank you. You know, when you get older, I guess you start to realize, you know, earning money from what you do, you know, is good if you need it, but to be able to give and help people is a privilege. And so and I've been blessed because I love to do what I do. It's not work. I think because the feminine in Judaism has been largely hidden, as has the stories, the little known stories about biblical women that I write. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm drawing on what's in the hidden knowledge of Judaism. And what we find interesting is all these women were very strong. They were givers, but they were not doormats. They don't, sometimes so many women associate giving with giving up themselves.
Mm.
These women did not do that at all. And, you know, so I think it's important that women today be informed on how to be an empowered feminine person. And usually when you think, it's interesting with Kabbalah, if I say the attribute of Hesed, which is loving kindness, and I say the attribute of strength, which is Gevura, setting boundaries, normally people will think that Hesed, loving kindness, is a feminine trait. Not according to Kabbalah, not according, it's masculine.
Mm.
See, the masculine has to be the giver. He needs to give to feel a sense of empowerment. And the feminine is the one, she sets the boundaries. Sarah said to Abraham, it was against his will, send Hagar away. Took a lot of strength for her to do it, and God tells Abraham, listen to Sarah. Listen to Sarah. She's a higher prophetess than you. And he knew that. Abraham knew that Sarah was spiritually higher than he was. But people are not talking about who Sarah is. We're not talking about the lineage of the women. And I think sometimes what happens, when we talk about the divine feminine, the Jewish concepts may be a little bit different than what you hear in other traditions. But we're really all talking about the same phenomena in different ways. And it's easier to understand the feminine, from a Torah perspective. There are not many references to God as a mother in the Torah, but there are a few where we're always saying Father, Heavenly Father, and there are some references to God as a mother, as a woman. But as we get deeper into the study of Kabbalah, we have a greater appreciation of the role of the feminine in restoring balance. And it's actually the women who have leadership roles. And we're told by the rabbis that it was only the merit of the women that the Jewish people left Egypt in ancient times. And it will be in the merit of the women that the time period of love and peace and healing, it will come by the women. So women, I feel this is the call of our time. That's why I wrote the book, The Secret Legacy. And now I would love to have women, to learn these texts and to apply them in their life so that they can restore the balance and harmony first within themselves, in their home, and into the world at large. So I'm very excited. I hope a lot of women come to this program, sign up. It's also free. I think I'm only suggesting that you buy the book because you won't be able to cover everything, and the book will be an important resource, both books. So I think we have to learn a lot about what we mean by masculine and what we mean by feminine. Our world is very confused and people are very confused. But we will be able to access and see, is it really true? Does it really resonate? And only if it resonates with you in the deepest level of your being, you accept it. So I'm looking forward to that, the empowered feminine. So if people sign up for my website or contact me, let me know. I'll be sure to send you the Zoom links, as well as if you want the Spirit Buddy program, which is something that you're going to do with another person that I'll assign you to. And there's certain rules about this to safeguard the holiness of it, because this is really a holy program. To have a conversation with another person in the ways that are going to be asked of you, it's very unique and very special.
What would you say to someone, and I hear this often in my community, what would you say to a woman who is I don't want to say allergic or repelled by power, maybe traumatized by power and are afraid to step into it. Like, what would you say?
Well, I think with men and women,
Mm,
excuse my allergy, there's a need to revisit and heal the wounds of the past. If the person is paralyzed and not able to feel confident in going forward, that's why I offer individual therapy
mm,
to help people to reclaim themselves. Um, and most people need to have some kind of individual therapy at some time in their life, because we come in as such vulnerable children, and we do our best to survive, but sometimes it takes a toll on people. Today I was having a session with a young man who has had difficulty in really going forward in his life, and we had to revisit uh, what his early years were and how they have continued to limit him to heal that so he can really go forward in confidence. So, that's usually, well, and we'll see what happens with the group. We'll see what happens with the group.
it it really resonates. It just means so much to me that you bring the wisdom of the Kabbalah into this healing, into this experience. It's so brilliant. I never heard of Jewish meditation, not only growing up, but even more recently when I enter into this spiritual creative space. It's so special, so amazing. And we liken creativity to meditation. Even science says like you reach like the similar brain wavelength and all of that. But then it gets, I didn't know there's Jewish meditation. Did you just like know all the time? I know the answer to that, but
Well, I don't think it was so popular, so known when I started teaching. I mean, Aryeh Kaplan was a forerunner of it. And, I built my work on his work and continuing to learn. And it does, meditation allows you to access the creative energy that's within your own soul, which is a part of God. So I've always had artists in my class,
I bet.
and because they want to intensify that connection to their higher self, to their source of creativity. And artists, musicians, but just even living a life that is alive with creative responses. You don't even have to be an artist to feel that you're living creatively. Being in resonance with yourself. I told her the allergies today are terrible, even with my air purifier. So it was a hidden tradition.
Say good.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Florida
Sorry
is
to
wonderful, except it has allergies.
Well, thank you for showing up, even with allergies and all of it, for showing up and for sharing your work. We will link this video to your website, or so people can sign up for your newsletter. I wait for it. I love it. And so thank you very much. Would you, is it okay to ask, can we do a brief meditation?
I think right now, because I'm really in such discomfort because of the allergies. But
dear, I'm sorry.
and when I'm in meditation, it actually I don't feel that I want to do it all. I may end up sneezing, and it's not the time. But the gates are open for people to come and have that experience. You just
Beautiful.
otherwise I would do it, but this is not a good time to. It will be a sneezing meditation.
I totally appreciate that. I get it, no problem. And we can edit this part. That's quite all right.
It's
Mindy, thank
okay
you.
to put it in.
Yeah,
Whatever. I'm human.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and wonderful, human and wonderful. So thank you so much for the work that you do. So remember, everyone, keep it creative and have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.